Do you know your body fat percentage? Take a guess.
I'm gonna guess 21.
17.
15?
Most people don't know their body fat percentage. Some people think they're way leaner than they are.
Ooh, that was a little bit harder than I thought.
Others are harder on themselves than they should be and find out they're closer to their goals than they realize.
Hell yeah.
And if you look up what different body fat percentages look like online,
That's exactly what I did.
you won't find much help because if the numbers aren't completely made up, they're taken from less accurate measurements like calipers or handheld devices. And that confusion matters because your body fat percentage
Damn, I got shredded.
shapes how you look. It can also impact your health.
That's gonna be me
sleep,
next year, though.
Performance, and how you feel about yourself.
Subscribe! Alright, y'all, so in my last video, I asked you guys, what body fat percentage do you think I am? Some of y'all said like 23, 21. Others said like 25 to 30. And none of those are actually true. I recently went to my gym, got a trainer, got measured, went on a machine, and it told me that I am 35% body fat. Damn! I'm basically obese. I am fat as shit, bro. I have let myself go. So when I heard that number, I immediately got to work. I couldn't believe it, man, because when I look myself in the mirror, I'm like, this is 35% body fat? Because I looked up pictures of people that's at 35%, and I'm like, I don't look like those people. But then again, I do have to take into account, I probably hold fat differently from those people. When it comes to holding fat, I got my mom's genetics, y'all. I hold a lot of fat in my ass and thighs, no homo. I got a lot of fat in my ass and thighs, bro. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. No homo though. This is scientific. And if I was to take my shirt off, let me know what y'all think. You told me I'm 35. I'm getting down, bro. My goal is 15% body fat. We're gonna be on that journey. All right, so I saw this video by Jeff Nippard, and he goes over what 5% to 50% of body fat actually looks like. Because I think there's a lot of misconceptions on the internet. People think that they're lower body fat than they are, including me. I thought my body fat was lower than it is. I'm 35. Damn. So I will link the full video down below if you want to watch it for yourself, but let's go ahead and check it out, man. This is a pretty interesting video.
So in this video, I'm gonna take you through the full range from 50% body fat all the way down to 5% using real life people that I measured myself. We'll not only see what each level looks like, but we'll also hear about what it feels like to live at each level. I'll also show you where the average male and female lands. So as we go, try to figure out where you fall and where you'd like to be, depending on your own goals, whether that's strength, health, or physique.
I'm going to the gym right after I film this video.
This is Joe. He's a 36-year-old dad, and before I show you his exact body fat percentage, this is what his life is like day to day.
I got like an ice cream cone.
Testosterone, like my free testosterone was like 90, like 90. It kind of like made sense of like my lack of motivation, my lack of ambition.
On bioelectrical impedance, or BIA, Joe came in at 50.7% body fat,
50.7.
and on DEXA, he was 45.3%.
45.
So your body fat percentage was 45.3.
No way.
That's lower than you thought.
That's
45.3. So he is 10 more body fat percentage than I am. That don't make no sense. I look nowhere close to him. But then again, 10% body fat is a lot. It's a good amount to.
actually, yeah. I mean, it's bad, but like,
He said he wants to get that down to 25% by the end of the year, and I'm gonna help keep him accountable with that. So you need to be around 100 kilos. So that's about 220 pounds. If you want some accountability, we're here.
Yeah.
We can get you back in a year from now and see where you're at. Okay.
Yeah, forget a winter boat, man. We winter cutting.
This is Alexis. She's a 19-year-old university student, and she said that day to day, she feels pretty good.
I
What's
bolt
your
enough.
energy like in the gym? Like, do you feel good?
In the gym, honestly, yeah. I love going to the gym.
Alexis measured at 47.2% on BIA and 48.2% on DEXA.
Crazy how different it looks compared to the other guy that was 45.
She told me that while she feels fine and doesn't struggle much in terms of day-to-day activities, for her long-term health, she does want to get down to a lower but still sustainable body fat percentage.
I want to go back to where I was like comfortable and confident like every single day leaving the house. I spent my first year at university and it was not a good time. I was eating a lot. I feel like my body has changed so much over the last year. Like I almost don't recognize myself. That's probably the like toughest thing.
Not everyone at this level had the same goal though. This is Daniel, and he had one of the coolest motivations for losing weight.
See, he
that
looks
I've ever
bigger
heard.
than her.
want to
Like
skydive.
girls really hold
You wanna
weight differently.
skydive?
yeah, I want to do this.
Okay, that's a new one. I have not heard that before. The weight limit for skydiving is 220 to 240 pounds. So over the next year, I'm gonna help him get there. Let's give you like a year and 2 or 3 months, all right? You're gonna come back here, get on the DEXA.
He want to jump out of plane that badly. He's willing to lose weight. Okay, shit. Whatever suits your boat, man. Whatever motivates you. Shit.
And then you're gonna book your skydiving, all right? I'm not doing it with you though.
Really?
I'm scared of heights. I will film you though. For long-term weight loss, I think having a purpose that speaks to you is crucial, especially if you want to lose a lot of weight, which can feel overwhelming. You need to have a good reason for why you want to do it. What is fueling this for you?
Like I've got 2 children. Like I've got a 5-year-old and 8-year-old. My boy's 5, and like his sole purpose is to like beat me up. Straight up, man.
He's trying to be the alpha, huh?
Beat me up.
And you just can't let him do that.
Exactly.
Yeah, can't let that happen.
So,
Can't let that happen.
Just beat up your son.
yeah.
And because weight loss often takes longer than people realize,
Okay, so they're all 50. But we could tell the black dude has some more muscle than the white dudes. But yeah, they pretty much look around the same.
a lot of people do struggle with staying motivated. A lot of people want to find motivation. And the thing is, like, it comes and goes, right? And the key to be able to run on that is to get the habit set up. So it's just like brushing your teeth, right? Like it becomes something you do. You build that trust in yourself over time that you're gonna actually execute on those habits. While speaking with people at this level, I realized that even simple day-to-day activities can be a struggle.
I'm always tired. Like I'm not like I want to sleep all day, but like I'm always fatigued.
This is the heaviest I've ever been. It always feels like a battle. Like I'd lose weight and then I would like gain it back and then some.
To put on your shoes is like, it's just uncomfortable. I never really.
Yeah, like I'm not at this point, but this is definitely the heaviest I've been. Right now I'm like 230 pounds, y'all. 230 pounds. This is definitely the heaviest I've been. Sometimes I do feel sluggish throughout the day, and sometimes my sleep is messed up. So that's why I am serious about cutting over the winter.
Care so much about my appearance, just about the things I can.
And let me know if y'all want me to post fitness journey vlogs or vlogs with me going to the gym and working out, stuff like that. So that way y'all could even hold me accountable.
If I was not as big.
And what I found most interesting was that they assumed that if they could just get down to the leanest level, like single digits body fat, their exhaustion, energy crashes, and trouble sleeping would all go away.
I'm pretty sure I would feel a lot better like this, right?
But interestingly, as we'll see, if you go too far in the other direction,
Damn, I got
the exact
shredded.
same issues come back around again. In fact, if you get super lean, it can get really bad.
I know my body is tired and I just can't get to sleep. And when you're that lean, it's like the wind blows and you're awake and you're not.
No, she has a great body, great physique. But is it just me, or I don't like when girls are this lean? They look less attractive to me when they're this lean. I do like some meat on my bones, you know what I'm saying? Let me know if you guys are the same or you like your girl to be this lean.
Before we see what 40% looks like, I want you to take a guess at what body fat percentage the average man is and what body fat percentage the average woman is in the United States.
I say the average man is like 30, average woman is probably like 35.
Skipping ahead, I'll show you that a little later.
Maybe 40.
So lock your guesses in. What body fat percentage the average man and the average woman in the US?
30.
Okay, this is Himanish.
30, my lord.
And he measured in at 40.7% body fat on BIA and 37.2% on DEXA.
See, look, he is 2% higher than I am. Maybe the machines at Crunch Fitness are broken. I don't know. Maybe it's not completely accurate. I don't know. But he is 2% higher than me. And I don't look nothing like, he got man titties. I don't have man titties.
Okay, so compared to 50%, you can see that at 40%,
I know a lot of y'all watching are probably at this level.
baseline is down, the overall physique is leaner, but overall, body fat distribution is still similar. And this is Katie. She's a nurse who just became a personal trainer herself, and she measured in at 37.6%.
Bro, women
on
hold
DEXA
weight so
and
well, bro.
40.3% on BIA. 40% body fat on women can look very different from person to person, depending on how much muscle they have.
Because I wouldn't mind dating a girl like this, body fat.
Compare a male at
wouldn't mind
40%
it.
to a female at 40%, you can see that the female looks relatively leaner. That's because women store about 10 to 12% more essential fat than men, so 40% on a woman is visually more like 28 to 30% on a man. Men also tend to store more body
makes
fat
sense.
around their stomach, lower back, and neck, while women tend to store
Yeah, like fucking shit, bro. Like I store body fat in my lower back, in my lower stomach, my ass, and my thighs, bro. Like what kind of genetics, bro? I blame my mom.
At 40% body fat, men typically have a higher risk of cardiovascular disease and metabolic issues. But for women,
Damn,
the
I'm
risk
5%
isn't
away
as
from that.
elevated. In both cases,
Cutting
though,
season, bro.
Eating a healthy diet can do a lot more than you'd think. Even if weight loss isn't occurring right away, research shows that exercise can still significantly improve your health, strength, and mental well-being. And if earlier you guessed that the average body fat percentage for an American woman is around 40%, you'd be pretty much right. Based on 2017 to 2018 NHANES data, the average American woman is about 39% body fat.
39?
Okay, now
Okay.
we're down to 30% body fat, and this is where things really start to change.
What does that
this
look
is
like?
Septarshi, and he was 30.1% on BIA.
See, like even he kind of has more like man titties and like a lot of fat around the chest. But do I look like him?
33.3%.
He's 33 and I'm 35. Do I look like him, y'all? Like. Cause y'all can see like I don't really have abs like that, but y'all can kind of see the little outline of my abs, right? With him, you can't really see abs. So somebody lying to me.
Your total body fat percentage is 33%.
Okay.
All right. But keep in mind, 30% can look quite different depending on your structure and how much muscle you have. Septarshi measured in at 33.3%, and Greg
Oh, okay. I probably just have more muscle than him then.
measured in at 32.5% on the DEXA, so almost exactly the same. But Septarshi had 97 pounds of lean mass, and Greg had 150 pounds of lean mass. At this level, how much muscle you carry can have a big impact on how you look. You guys are the same body fat percentage, you had very different reactions. I feel like you were really disappointed and you were not. 30% is what some people would call the dad bod look. Assuming you lift weights, you should see some visible muscle outline in your arms and legs, but you're not quite lean enough to see a whole lot of detail or separation. But assuming you sleep well, eat healthy, and exercise, your energy levels should be pretty solid.
And I see a lot of y'all was pointing out that my right arm is bigger than my left arm. And like, I'm seeing it now. I thought my left was bigger, but my right is actually bigger. That's crazy, bro. I think my right is just a little bit leaner than my left. Or is it the lighting? Might be the lighting. Which one do you think is bigger? Let me know.
And your performance in the gym should be good too.
I almost like the way I look a little bit with the fat on.
Yeah, hey,
It gives me the size, right?
I actually like
I
that.
mean, when you put a shirt on, it's gonna make you look big.
But if you don't have those healthy lifestyle habits, 30% can definitely feel uncomfortable. And for men, 30% is still above what most health organizations would consider optimal for long-term health. And if earlier you guessed that the average American male was 30% body fat, you'd be pretty close. Based on 2017 to 2018 data,
I
the
did guess
average
that,
American
didn't I?
male is about 27% body fat.
27%.
So if you're a man with 30% body fat, you'd land right here. About 40% of men have a body fat percentage higher than you, and about 60% of men have a body fat percentage at or below you.
Yeah, bro. By January, February, I need to get down to at least 23, 22.
If you're at this level and you'd like a smart nutrition app that can coach
25
you to a
at the
leaner
most.
physique, try out MacroFactor. I'm a part owner. We've got over 400,000 users, and I'll put a link to a 2-week free trial in the description box below. Okay, so this is what 30% body fat looks like on a male, and this is what 30% body fat looks
Damn.
like on a female.
She look lean as shit, bro. Women hold weight so well, bro.
This is Brecken, and she measured at 28.4% body fat on DEXA.
Because if I was to eyeball this, I would say she looks about 19%. But that's why you can't eyeball shit.
28.2% body fat on BIA, so just a little under 30%. According to the American College of Sports Medicine, this is a healthy and sustainable body composition for a lot of women.
And she looks
Your body
good.
fat percentage, 28.0.
She looks good as well, too.
Nice.
Yeah, so you're obviously squarely
But
with
judging by her face, you could think she's disappointed in that answer. She thinks, wow, what? No way, that's too high.
healthy range. Once you account for female essential fat, 30% on a woman is about the same as 20% on a man. Here, energy levels and performance in the gym tend to be great.
I feel like I wake up with a lot of energy, especially compared to my
And she looks
partner
good.
who
She
I
looks
live with.
healthy.
And 30% on a woman is leaner than most people realize.
I just feel like we hear 15, 10, like we hear such low numbers all the time. I think someone would look at you and be like, oh, you look amazing. But they wouldn't think like 28%.
The pictures on Google too, they're so different. I'm like,
Right?
it shows 30%, and I'm like, that is not anything that I'm thinking.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. I said the same thing, Michael. Thank you. Thank you.
That's why I want to do this, to give people like an updated standard. In the USA, if you're 30% body fat as a female, suddenly only about 10% of women are leaner than you, and about 90% of women have a higher body fat. All right,
Damn.
we're just past the halfway point on our journey from 50%
People are
all
fat.
the way down to 5% body fat. And here, at 20%, we're really starting to lean out. Based on my time on the internet, most people seem to think that a male at 20% body fat looks something like this. But it actually looks like this. This is Jay, and he came in at 20.8% body
But if
fat
I'm 35, imagine me at 20. I'm gonna look shredded.
on DEXA and 18.6% on BIA. So yeah, really close to 20%. And you'll notice once again that even at the same body fat percentage, your look can vary quite a bit depending on your bone structure and muscle mass. Nicholas came in at 19% on DEXA, but because he's shorter and he carries more muscle, his 20% looks quite a bit different from Jay's 20%.
Being short is definitely a cheat code to putting on muscle. It's definitely harder for the tall people to put on muscle, man.
And I'm shorter than both of them. And 20%
Yeah, like,
on me
look at him.
looked like this. Last year, I bulked up to 20.6% body
This
fat.
man look
and this was my
big
physique.
as shit.
You see, just because you're 20% doesn't mean you're gonna look or feel like someone else at 20%.
And I think he's like 5'5", 5'6".
We all have different genetic set ranges where our bodies are most comfortable. 20% body fat for me actually feels too high. I felt sluggish and bloated. For me, my body's a lot more comfortable and performs better in the 10 to 15 zone. But that comfortable set range is highly genetic, and it's a little different for everyone. For some men, it's a bit higher, let's say 20 to 25%. If they try to get below 20%, they start to feel hungry, depleted, and low energy. In that case, I think maintaining a slightly higher level at around 20% is actually smart, so you avoid constant yo-yo.
Yeah, that might be me. That might be me right there.
Assuming you lift weights at 20% body
Because as soon as I go on a calorie deficit for a while, I feel like I want to eat the whole place down, bro. Because every time I do attempt to cut, I do cut, and then I just go back to eating like crazy. So maybe I need more like a sustainable cut where I'm in like a smaller deficit, and then over time, I expand it. Because I think I start off too extreme, and within like a month in, I like start eating like crazy.
your arms and shoulders will have some noticeable definition. And under good lighting, you should even see the outline of your abs when you flex them. For men, research shows that this can be a sustainable and healthy body composition to maintain. For most people, energy levels and performance in the gym should be really solid. And if you're 20% body fat, you're probably leaner than you think. Only about 12% of men are leaner than this in the US.
Damn.
So if you get to 20% body fat, you're actually in a very...
It's actually, so that just goes to show you that it's not too hard to be better than average. Well, then again, reducing your body fat just might be challenging. But when you look at the numbers, it's like, damn, not that many people are below 20%. So once you get to that point, you know how many people you're gonna be better than? You know what I'm saying?
Group. And for women, this is what 20% body fat looks like. This is Christina,
Yeah,
who's
she
been
looks
training
shredded as
consistently
shit.
for over 10 years, and she measured at 21.4% on DEXA, 17.5% on BIA. Here, you can definitely see visible muscle shape and more definition through the midsection. For some,
Yeah, that's a little bit too shredded for me, man. A little bit too
level of
shredded
body
for me.
fat will be lower than where your body is comfortable. For others,
She looks
this
good
can be
though,
healthy
but
and sustainable.
it's my personal
are
taste.
18.3% body fat.
Stop it.
But given that 20%
Yeah, like
is where a
she
lot
shredded.
of pro female athletes sit, I was a little surprised to see that some women still thought 20% was a bit too high.
No, like I
Yeah,
just, I
cool.
want to look cut. Like I want to look like, oh my god, like she's jacked.
Yes, you do. You
You
actually
do. You do look cut. What are you talking about?
Remember, 20% on a female is closer to 10% on a male.
Oh,
And
shit.
here's the thing. If you're a woman, you have 20% body fat in the US, less than 1% of the female
Damn.
population is leaner than you.
You're
Actually,
elite.
only about 2% of women
At
in the United
20%
States
as a woman.
have a body fat percentage under 25.
Wow.
So unless you're genetically very lean or you want to maintain a certain level of leanness for your sport, this is about as lean as most women can realistically sustain.
She looks good. Like, I think this is the lowest I would personally go for my personal taste in, like, you know, dating a girl.
And hold while still feeling healthy and performing optimally. All right, next stop. Now we're down to 15% body fat. And this is where things get interesting. This is my friend Shamar, who's lost 25 pounds since the last time I saw him, and he came in at 15.3% on DEXA, 15.4% on BIA. At this level, you can see clear muscle separation, even some vascularity, especially in the biceps and forearms. Your abs will be clearly visible, even under average lighting, but
Yeah, my
I
guy-
still wouldn't
my guy
call
is
this
jacked, man. He's
extreme
jacked.
leanness. I actually think most men should be able to maintain.
I think I'll probably look like him. if I keep it up.
Level of leanness year round, as long as you train hard and you pay attention to your diet. It'll take some discipline, but it's realistic. That said, if you have a genetically higher body fat set range, you may notice hunger creeping in at around this level. So if you're trying to maintain 15% body fat, you will need to pay attention to your food environment. If there are a lot of processed, delicious foods around the house, you'll probably quickly snack your way up to 20%. Your gym performance and strength should be really good at this level, and most people shouldn't have to suffer too much to get there. But you might be surprised. If you're coming from a higher level of body fat, hitting 15% might take some serious
Crazy how
dedication.
different they look.
15.6.
15.6, man. Okay.
I'm going right now.
Yeah.
The DEXA is the ego killer.
Yeah. I'm doing more than the average bear to be low body fat. So.
But let me ask you, are you happy with your physique?
Yes. Overall, I'm happy with it. Made a lot of progress.
And your performance?
Yep. Yeah. No, I feel fine. And
Well, then
it's
that's enough, right?
Yeah. You're right.
Still, if you have more muscle mass and you're genetically leaner, you might be able to cruise down to 15% without much struggle at all.
I feel way better.
Yeah.
No, I'm 25 pounds down.
Yeah, 25.
Yeah, I'm too. My abs are better. My clarity's better.
Here's what I think. I think it's because you've taken your time.
Yeah.
You crash diet.
Very slow.
You're still training super hard.
Yeah.
And you have a lot of muscle.
Yeah.
You know, so when you get rid of the fat surrounding you, you actually look bigger.
I look bigger.
You do look bigger.
You look bigger.
Yeah.
I feel like I look bigger.
I know. Yeah,
Yeah.
that happens. Regardless, 15% is leaner than you think. Only about 2% of American men are below this level of body fat.
Damn.
And for women, 15% looks like this. Meet Vanessa. She's currently training for a High Rocks competition, which is a hybrid event that combines running and various exercises.
That's why women are saying there aren't many attractive men. That's crazy.
Stations. And she came in at 15.7% body fat on DEXA, 14.8% on BIA. And like I said, since women need about
She looks shredded.
10 to 12% body fat just for basic survival needs, this level of leanness is typically only seen in serious athletes preparing for a specific event. For a lot of women, this is where things can start to take a negative turn, especially if you're sustaining this level of leanness for a long period of time. Your hunger hormones can increase, energy can drop off, and you may lose your menstrual cycle. Staying this lean for years can also cause bone mineral loss and gut issues.
How's your hormonal health? It's sensitive. I don't want to put extra stress on my system.
Okay.
Otherwise, my period will get kind of wonky or like my sleep will get kind of messed up.
That said, there definitely is a fraction of women who seem to do fine at this level without any major issues. Still, for most women, 15% will be low, and sitting closer to 20% is going to feel healthier and more sustainable for long-term health. And I don't know, I think this is cool. 2 of these people are the exact same body fat percentage, which goes to show that just because you have the same number as someone else doesn't necessarily mean you're going to look like them.
I saw a YouTube personality, the weight that she was aiming for, said that was sustainable for her was way too light compared to me. But because we were the same height and like had similar goals, I like pointed to her and was like, that's what I should do. But it wasn't sustainable or safe for me to do that.
Even if you're the same height, weight, and body fat percentage, you can still have drastically different metabolisms from someone else.
Yeah.
So it's like everyone truly is their own unique person, and you have to figure out
That's true,
what
man.
makes most sense for you.
Yeah. And what's most sustainable.
Exactly. Okay, at this point, we've gone from 50% body fat all the way down to 12%. This is Jimmy, and he came in at 12.1% on DEXA, 13.8% on BIA. And as you can see, this is a very, very fit look. At this level, most men will have a fully defined six-pack with just a little fat covering the lower abdominals and a little fat left on the lower back. But at 12%, you should be lean enough to see some visible striations, especially when you flex under good lighting. I want people to appreciate, like, this is a true 12% physique. For
my
most
God was
men,
good.
your performance will still be solid in the gym, but to be honest, most men won't be able to maintain this level of leanness without some serious discipline. You'll most likely need to track your calories or follow a meal plan. Most men won't just sit here without some active dietary restriction.
You know, I'm
Some
currently
men
tracking my
will be able to
calories,
maintain 12%,
so I'm proud of that.
no problem. But for most men, this is about as low as you can go without feeling like you're constantly dieting. 12% body fat is lean, much leaner than people realize. In fact, a recent data report of over 9,000 American men revealed just how many people are actually below 12% body fat. How many out of the 9,000 do you think were under 12% body fat?
200.
Maybe 500.
500?
500. 9,000 people, 400 people.
One person.
What?
Damn.
One?
One person.
One person.
Isn't that crazy? So it goes to show like how
Jesus
lean that really
Christ.
is when you compare it to the general population, right? For women, 12% is
So if you really put the work in and you really focus and have discipline, you're gonna be top 1%. As I said, man, cutting season, man. Let's run it up. Let's run
actually
it up.
unheard of outside of bodybuilding stages. At this level, you're just about down to only having essential body fat left. Performance-enhancing drugs are often needed to get this lean, and even then, strength and energy in the gym.
Be for real, man. Y'all hitting? I know a couple y'all watching probably would still hit. Naughty.
Almost always take a hit. Chances are you'll be constantly thinking about food. Just ask Alicia here.
I crave a lot of
Yeah,
chocolate.
just that voice alone, bro. Yeah, I don't know.
A lot of chocolate. Like, I thought I was buying like a small bag of like chocolate chips, but then I ordered like a really large bag.
Okay.
And I like craving them, and I was just like handful and like ate them, and I'm like, I don't even know why I did that.
You are
It's like,
like me. That has literally been me the last week with chocolate chips
Yeah.
on oatmeal. She's a pro bodybuilder, hoping to get back on stage soon, and she came in at 12.2% body fat on DEXA, 14.7 on BIA.
She looks
So I'm just kinda, like,
absolutely
go, go,
ripped,
go all
bro.
day, but then when I get
Ripped.
home and I'm finally like,
Yeah.
then I'm like, oh my god, I'm hungry. I could eat the world. Like,
Yeah.
I want to eat everything.
Okay, on our journey from 50%, we've got a couple levels of leanness left to go, and it gets pretty intense. For men at around 10% body fat, I've got 3 different examples. Nicholas came in at 10.5%, Ali at 9.0.
Man, my guy got
and
an
my latest
abs.
DEXA also came back at 9.0% body fat. At this level, your abs will be clearly defined, and you should have visible separation in all the heads of any given muscle. In all 3 of us, you can see a clear outline of the different heads of the triceps and noticeable striations through our chest and shoulders. At 9 or 10%, your midsection will be pretty ripped, and there shouldn't be any noticeable pouches of fat anywhere on your back or legs. Here I am at 9%, and you can see clear separation between all the heads of my quads and feathering in my back
my guy
and
ripped.
hamstrings. 9% is
Shredded.
very lean. I was even surprised that Ollie clocked in at 9% because his arms look so shredded and vascular. I honestly expected him to be closer to 7 or 8%.
Yeah, he
But
looks like a
that's the
single
thing.
digit.
9 to 10% is leaner than people think. The fitness community has said for years that
10 to 12. 10.
is the healthy, not too lean sweet spot that men should aim for.
You can get all the definition that you want and still have performance capabilities without sacrificing quality of your life.
But I'm not sure that's true. Getting down
That's
to
why you really can't listen to everything you hear on the internet, man.
just below 10% body fat usually requires a lot more sacrifice than many people are willing to make. And for the vast majority of men, 10% probably simply won't be sustainable without some serious dietary restriction and highly disciplined training. I do this as a career. I think I'm genetically leaner than most people, and getting to 10% was harder than I expected. But genetics are huge, and some people can maintain 10% body fat without any major issues, for sure. How do you feel day to day?
Great, honestly. Now, like this would probably be my like my default.
Really, the fact that you are performing well, you're feeling good, your energy is good at that percentage. Okay, this is good, healthy percentage for you, right? This is the power of genetics, but that's the thing. I think most guys who actually do get to or just below 10% are usually genetically leaner, and so they can hold it a lot more easily. Then those guys make the suggestion that that's the sustainable sweet spot, not realizing that
Like
most
Austin
people
Dunham.
will have to struggle to get there, and for them, it may not be worth it. So unless you have really good genetics, you most likely won't just end up at 10% body fat. It's certainly an achievable goal, but for most people, it will be a challenge, and it will require some serious dietary structure. Oh, and for women, most research cites 10% body fat as the leanest level biologically possible, so I do not recommend getting to this level unless you're doing it for a short-term competitive purpose, ideally under the supervision of a coach or a medical professional. But I did manage to find a couple examples. AJ is a professional bikini competitor, and her DEXA scan came back at
Y'all hitting? I see you. You say yes. You say yes. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna judge, man. Do what you want.
I have never seen this in my life. 9.9. But this level of body fat doesn't come without serious side
9.9.
effects.
It feels terrible. It feels so bad. If I brush my hair, a lot of hair comes out. I haven't had a period in quite a long time. My last period might have been
Yeah, you could tell that you could see that she doesn't feel good. Like, just you look at her eyes and everything. Like,
nay. I know it's going to take a while to get it back.
She is
Like one piece of paper and she's done for, bro.
a national level competitor, and she came back even leaner, 9.1% body fat.
Damn.
Absolutely mind-blowing. But again, this is a very short-term thing that I wouldn't recommend outside of very serious competitive contexts.
3 weeks ago, I started to notice like a significant dip in my energy levels, to the point where I would stand up and I'd be like, whoa. And just like walking up the stairs or just walking, because like it felt like such a chore.
Yeah. And food cravings at this level are usually absolutely out of control.
I went out for sushi. I think I had like 4 or 5 rolls of sushi and Five Guys plus fries, plus eat that entire day. Your body is metabolizing it so quickly.
It's like they have no padding, man. Cause like, say if you're in the bedroom, right? You going in there from the back. Like, there's not gonna be no much cushion, bro. It's gonna be like bones just stabbing you, bro. So it's like, yeah, I don't know if I could do it, bro. But they look good though. They look elite, ready for the stage.
But the more you eat, the more your body wants food. So
Giving you health risks of going any lower. This is the leanest level I'll be showing for women, but there's still 2 levels left for men. And the last level gets pretty wild. Okay, 8% body fat is what I would consider shredded. This is Luke. He's a professional natural physique competitor 2 weeks out from his competition. And his body fat came back at 8.4% on DEXA, 9.5% on BIA. At this level of leanness, you'll have clear, deep striations in almost all your muscle groups. Usually the only muscle not fully striated at 8% body fat is your glutes.
I got like a Greek god.
That may sound awesome, and you do look super ripped, but if you are willing to make the sacrifices necessary to get here, you're still gonna have to deal with some side effects. Your testosterone usually starts to drop off simply because your body is sending every signal to just go find some food.
It's crazy because people would think, some people would equate this look to having high testosterone, but that is not the case.
Time for reproduction, you need to eat. No time for sleep, you need to eat. You might be thinking about food all day and night.
If you could have one cheat meal right now, what would it be?
Sushi.
I didn't even have to think.
You can't eat sushi?
Now, while there may be a few extreme genetic outliers who can get here without any serious discomfort, the vast majority of men will only be able to sustain this level of leanness for a short period of time.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Can you start reciting that backwards for me, starting at G?
Dude, I couldn't do that even if I wanted.
But do you find that you have like brain fog, like you can't always get the words you want and that kind of thing?
Big time.
Yeah.
I'm running in like slow motion at all times. The littlest of things can annoy me and agitate me so much.
If you
I'm not gonna lie, man. When I don't get good sleep, which has been like a lot of days recently, I'm trying to work on my sleep. I have been getting better sleep. Because I think it's because I eat later. So I've been cutting back the time I eat to like 8 p.m., maybe 9 p.m. But yeah, when I don't get good sleep, my brain is all messed up. It's hard for me to get through a video. A lot of cuts. Because this is brain fog. I can't even think of the words to say. And it probably has a lot to deal with the fact that I'm probably like 35% right now, which is still why I need to cut. Gotta cut. My body doesn't want to be at this weight.
to 8% body fat photo shoot or a competition, I do think there is a relatively healthier way to do it as a male. Eat high protein, don't diet too quickly, prioritize nutrient-dense whole foods, and try to keep your cool. But it can get tricky after the diet is over. That's because your body is constantly screaming at you to eat more, and so a lot of men will quickly rebound in weight, oftentimes shooting over where they were before they even started. That's why I don't usually recommend getting to single-digit body fat unless you have a really good reason for it and a solid plan for after the diet is over. But there's still one level left to go.
People don't realize to get to 5%, that's like a next level kind of dieting.
I personally think it's impossible for most men without enhancement. It's very hard because it drives the muscle up, and so you get the percentage down.
Okay, so we started at 50%, and now we're all the way down to 5% body fat. This is Lachlan, and he's 3 weeks out from a classic physique competition. And he came in at 5.5% on DEXA and 3.1% on BIA.
You could just see the vascularity difference between him and the guy that was at 8%.
5.
This man got veins in his abs.
0.5.
Ooh.
Shredded, man. I told you.
That's awesome.
This is an extreme, borderline dangerous
You got
level of
veins
fitness,
everywhere.
and it generally only makes sense in the context of bodybuilding contest prep. At this level, you'll have dense, grainy muscle separation, and honestly, it's very, very difficult to achieve without anabolic assistance, simply because as you naturally cut down below 6, 7, or 8%, your body starts to eat away at your muscle. No matter what you do, the side effects to get this lean are gonna be rough. Your body's gonna be sending you every possible signal to please
Is he natural?
go
I'm guessing he's not natural.
all hours of day and night. And it's interesting, because the fitness industry praises leanness so much, a lot of people think the leaner you get, the healthier you get. But that isn't true.
The body fat that I'm at right now is not attainable long term. The little tasks in life become the most challenging. Getting out of your car to walk into work, it's like you gotta sit there and think, oh shit, I gotta go do this. You know what the irony is? We both go through the same problems, but
Yeah, that's crazy.
both have different goals and journeys in life.
But it's definitely interesting seeing how people look at different body fat. And I am glad he's showing that there can be side effects, negative side effects to being lean, super lean, and to being super fat. And being lean doesn't necessarily mean that you have more testosterone and you're healthy. It can actually mean the opposite. Yeah, with that said, I'll see you on the next one, man. Peace out.